A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room.
Well, Kevin.
David Aldridge, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Now here's Lillard. Now the feed to Nurkic. Shoots over Zubac. Nurkic can't hit. Morris against McCollum. From deep, George. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Passes to McCollum. Nurkic with it. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the basket by Lillard. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary.
Now here is George. Following the miss by Marcus Morris. Here's Powell. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Jackson looking around. Outside Leonard. On the wing, George. Shot clock at 5. Here's the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
And that one's good. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Jackson, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team. I like how Paul George right now is reading the defense like a Sunday paper, has a good feel as to when to fire from distance.
Here's Lillard. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Lillard's got 6.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Nobody near George. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. From deep. And no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. One-on-one fast break. From deep, George. Outside for Jackson. Outside, George. And it's George again missing.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
He was all alone on that one.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
Outside, George. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Leonard finds Morris. And here's George for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And a wide open look for McCollum and the Trailblazers. Another 3.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Launches a 3. A Los Angeles with another miss.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. 6-point game. And it's George again missing. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. 3-pointer, Lillard, and finished off by Nurkic.
Nurkic getting up there and waiting that rim.
Outside, George. And it's George again missing. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he stays so grounded despite all of
normal begins.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. There's the pass to Simons. He dishes it to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there, gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
And Beverly kicks to Batum. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Buries the long-range jumper. Kennard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation. The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Simons surveying the D. The shot's good from Kanter. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Kennard for 3. The shot will not fall. And the Trailblazers going the other way. From deep. He's off on that one.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Kanter kicks to Powell. Back to Kanter. They get it back. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Rajon Rondo.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Kanter also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Little. He's checked in for Norman Powell. That's good from Kanter. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Anthony. They shoot again. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Clippers trail by 8. Outside, George. Cloak loose. Beverly the pass to George. And the 3 off target.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Plenty of daylight on that shot. George has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Los Angeles. Trailblazers leading by 7. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Anthony kicks to Little. Back to Anthony. All sorts of time. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
George from deep three-point land. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. The 3 from George. George missing again.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Cantor, the pass to Little. Low block shot. Oh, to beat the clock. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a tremendous start for C.J. McCollum. He had 8 points and 1 steal.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 11.
And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come.
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Jackson against Lillard. From deep three-point range. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 9. Outside, George. Morris, left side. Zubac kicks to Morris. George against Powell. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. And George is good for 3. George has got 17 now.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Here's Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. He's got 9.
And those are the kind of shots that Lillard, when he gets in these hot streaks throughout the course of a season, gets more and more consistent with.
The deep 3 from George. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Lillard with it. Guarded now by Jackson. McCollum outside. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And the wide open shot from Morris on the wing. Morris Back to Jackson. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Powell for three. They grab their own miss. Covington kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Lillard's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Really left alone that time. George has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Clippers. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Lillard outside. From deep. Powell, the pass to Lillard. 5 on the clock. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. They get it back. Zubac kicks to Morris. The three from George. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in this game. It's Powell on the wing. Lillard outside. From deep three-point range. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Norman Powell. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's a nice shot from Damian Lillard. He feels like he can drain it just about anywhere and appreciates the fact that he's got that kind of range.
The shot's good from Kennard.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Clippers trail by 12. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Kennard for three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Pass to Kanter. He kicks it to McCollum. Pass to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Kanter's shot is off. And they're moving it up. Kennard for three. Up again. Cousins on the follow.
That's all Boogie right there on the inside. The shot goes up. He knows where he needs to be and settles in nicely.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2. Clippers trail by 7. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Kennard for 3. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. The Trailblazers shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Lillard from outside. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
Man passes to Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. Portland grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Jones kicks to Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. Passes it to Lillard. From deep. Kanter can't throw down the putback.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
From deep three-point range, Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 7. Lillard scanning the floor. Kennard against Jones. Lillard from outside. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Jones, the pass to Lillard. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Kennard for 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 13 rebounds in the game. Exceeding. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. George against McCollum. George looking over the floor. Los Angeles with another miss.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
McCollum no good.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
McCollum dishes a little. Back to McCollum. To the left side wing. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Fires for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Trailblazers.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Lillard.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Stolen by George.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Zubac kicks to Jackson. And a deep 3 from George from beyond the arc and then some.
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
A good look from McCollum. Tipped away.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Welcome to 2K Sports for an GA.
Hey, Kevin.
Great stuff as always, GA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Morris. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the center position. Now, here's George. Zubac kicks to George. A three-pointer off the mark.
It wasn't that long ago that Holiday suffered some injuries that had people concerned about his future.
Greg, some injuries are bad luck. We do know this. Drew Holiday's physical, he's fearless, and he doesn't know any other way to play. But thankfully, he's battled through, and he is still playing at an all-star level.
There's the triple. And Paul George with the 3.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
Antetokounmpo against Morris. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Shoots over Zubac. And Giannis gets it to go.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now, here is George. This one for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Jackson up top, guarded by Holiday. Jackson passes to Zubac. Outside, George. With the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo finds Antetokounmpo. Back to DiVincenzo.
I love the way George can move his feet and challenge the shot without fouling.
Leonard trying to break 3. George missing again.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in for Marcus Morris. Jackson kicks to George. Fires from deep. The rebound by Holiday.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Here's George following the bucket by the Bucks. Shoots the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And we talk about George's confidence. When you have that kind of range, you should be confident.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Nice D from Cousins.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
From deep, George. Happy to see that one go in. He's shooting 4 for 10 with that basket.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Back to Holiday. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Now, here's George. 12 points for him. And here is Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Batum for 3. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. His three-pointers off the mark. Got it up. Doesn't go for him. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. That quarter. And recently, on the subject of trash talking, Giannis.
I like to stay locked in to the game.
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
We've got Teague. E.J. Tucker is out there with Portis. And it's Forbes in a 2-guard. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Bucks trail by 4.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go-around.
Now here's Portis. Passes it to Teague. And he banks in the layup. Teague's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Bucks.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Rondo with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room. Fires for 3. That one doesn't go. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Fires from deep. The Bucks getting another chance here. Aston Morrow out left to the wing. Bucks passing it around. He kicks it to Forbes. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket for Los Angeles. They've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Drops in the tray.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
Here is Forbes, defended by Beverly. Lets the 3 fly. Rondo with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Forbes the pass to Tucker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Now, here's Kennard. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Man passes to Zubac. Kennard with the ball. Fires the three. Drills the three-pointer. Kennard's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Here's Holiday. And the layup's good off the glass. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
Quick, athletic, explosive. Holiday will leave you in the dust.
Kennard on the wing. Stolen by Middleton. It's 2-on-1. There's the lob to the hoop.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Pass to Kennard. From the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. It's a 5-point game. There's 48 seconds left now here in the second. Portis kicks to Holiday. Back to Connaughton. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Kennard for 3. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. A different look for the Clippers. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Antetokounmpo, no good. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers leading by 5. George up top. He's got 12. From deep. So that'll be it for the first half. Fair. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves in. And that.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
And the pass to George. Takes the 3. No good on that one. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. And Middleton kicks to Giannis. Pass to Lopez. Middleton outside. For the tie. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, the toughness of Holiday, sticking his nose in there, coming up with the second chance look.
Pass to Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Forbes, the pass to Lopez. Now DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. For the lead. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. From deep, George. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Clippers ball. A different look for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. George looking around. Shot clock at 6. From downtown. George missing again.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Batum dishes to Cousins. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
And that one's good by Lopez.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Kicks it out to Leonard. They could use a bucket. And the Clippers miss again.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The feed to Giannis. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Mora, the pass to Forbes. Takes a 3. That shot misses. Rondo with some nice D. Clippers have gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. And here's George for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Now here's George. 12 points for him. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 15 points.
Silky smooth stroke, nice touch. Paul George is a terrific jump shooter. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
George against Lopez. Mora, the pass to DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now George. 15 points in the game. For 3. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Clippers. Bucks trail by 3. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Forbes. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Launches the 3. They get the rebound. George up top. He feeds it to Leonard. Back to George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Leonard the pass to George. Off target with his 3. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And it's the Clippers with the ball. 3-point lead. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Bucks, we've got Holiday. E.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Teague, and it's Connaughton in at the small forward. Now, here's Kennard. 6 to shoot. For the 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Here's Teague. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Kennard. Finished off the break. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Man passes to Zubac. Pass to Morris. Back to Kennard. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
This is the guy who had 3 threes in the first half. Since then, still waiting on number 4.
Gets a hand on it. Kennard with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 7. And the wide open shot from Morris. And there's the pass to Kennard. The 3. The shot off that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. It's stolen by Morris. And stolen by Portis. Here's Connaughton. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
So it's the Clippers now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Knocked away. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And the Bucks with possession here. Bucks trail by 5. To the middle, here's Tucker, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Now, here's Zubac. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. Fast break, Milwaukee. And with the rebound. Clippers leading by 3. Zubac finds Kennard. Back to Zubac. Passes it to Morris.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Jeff Teague. Holiday against Leonard. 3-pointer. The shot by Holiday, no good.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And it's George missing.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way. And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Here's George after the basket by Milwaukee. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Zubac. It falls!
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. The 3. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Clippers lead by 6.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Outside Holiday. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And this is why he gets paid the big bucks. Middleton enjoys coming through in the clutch.
Now here's Jackson. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's George for 3. Giannis grabs the miss.
And it's all about the three right here.
When they're looking to tie it up, live to play another period, we'll see what they run right here.
So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot.
That reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Three-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by Middleton. Covington with the steal. It's Solomon to Kumbo. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And Covington sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Middleton outside. From deep.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Here's DiVincenzo. The Blazers getting the bucket. Middleton outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Now here's Antetokounmpo.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, beyond the physical stuff, what I like about Giannis right now is the feel for the game. That time, great timing defensively.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Lillard from outside.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
Nurkic kicks to Powell. Covington trying to break free. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. A 3 for DiVincenzo. But they recover it. Lopez outside. Launches it. And it's Portland with the rebound. And now Portland on the break. Covington with the ball. And the dunk by Covington.
Showing off the agility and quickness. Covington knows where to get when the break is on.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Middleton looking it over. The shot misses.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Outside Holiday. Down low, DiVincenzo. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Got a piece of it. Bucket is good. Giannis has got 6. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. McCollum left side to the paint. Here's Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Pass to Holiday. Back to Giannis. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Here's Lillard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. Second chance shot. Holiday dishes to Giannis. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Holiday against Lillard. Over Holiday. Lillard, the pass to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The shot by Holiday, no good. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off and found some space there.
Holiday looking over the floor. Got it off in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's all tied in Portland. And the second quarter will be on the way. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched a puck.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 2 guard. Here's Giannis after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Forbes can't get it to go.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Kanter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
A reliable finisher who can score in a multitude of ways. Kanter is a tough cover down low.
Here's Teague. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Here's Portis. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. Nasir Little picks one up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's
that is.
got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. This one for three. And Kanter pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 4. Jones, the pass to Simons. Lobs it up for Kanter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Passes to Portis. And here's Tucker. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Forbes. Lets it go from deep. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Little over to the left wing. Kanter against Portis. Kanter kicks to Little. 6 on the shot clock. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Forbes the pass to Portis. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Portland leading by 6. Simons surveying the D. Anthony down low, guarded by Tucker. That one good for 2. Anthony's got his second basket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint. And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up. And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
The shot's good from Forbes.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Out to the wing. Anthony left side. He kicks it to Little. And Jones has it in the corner. Clock is at 3. A jump hook. Here's Cantor. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And this is what he's worked on. As Cantor has become a more polished inside scorer, he's been drawing more fouls.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Little. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Now here is Holiday. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Middleton outside. There's the triple. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the best. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Well, he's been an elite scorer. And
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And Holiday kicks to Middleton. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Now the pass to Nurkic. To the inside. Here's Covington. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Covington's got 6 points.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Outside Holiday. Back to Giannis. And Holiday, here we go. And Holiday throws it down.
That is a vicious dunk from Holiday there. When you give him room to run, he can take off just like that.
Lillard against Holiday. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Cullen passes to Covington. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Lillard.
Well, some credit to Holiday there on the defensive end. Hand up to contest the shot.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
Lillard against Howard. Pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession for the Trailblazers. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for Damian Lillard. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Lopez with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. No good from Connaughton.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy 3 of 4 to start it off.
Jones finds Powell. Another shot, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Jones. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off. Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Middleton outside. But they'll get another chance. From past the arc. Drills it from outside. Forbes has got his second bucket of the night.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
1:16 left here in the third quarter. And Kanter throws it down.
Well, the size, length, and power of Kanter on full display that time.
Bucks trail by 5. Here is Forbes. He's got 5. Sinks the three-pointer. Forbes has got 8 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Kanter. And the call, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Lillard kicks to Kanter. Unloads from 13. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the...
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Trailblazers up 4 from Portland. We're back in a moment. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 4-point game. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Trailblazers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, instead of flailing for a foul, Drew Holiday does not expect the call, maintains his focus, and gets that shot to go.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. From deep three-point range, the long distance 3 is buried. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. Well, the Bucks shooting about 42% so far. Passes it to Middleton. Lets it go with the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
How about Middleton saying, you take that, I got some payback for you right here.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Lillard from deep three-point land. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. The shot by Powell, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Antetokounmpo, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Holiday against Lillard. Covington passes to Lillard. From deep. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Powell with the steal. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Lillard scanning the floor. Covington finds Lillard. Back to Covington. Powell with it. Kicks it out to Lillard. 4 on the clock.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Makes it off the glass. And it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead. So it's the Bucks now. 4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Lets it fly from 18. And right on target. Good. Middleton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Chris Middleton has been waiting for moments like that.
McCollum against DiVincenzo. Now McCollum pass to Simon. McCollum left side. Kanter controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And it's not a secret. Kanter is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simon. Here's McCollum. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks trail by 6.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away. Middleton proving again how clutch he is for this basketball team. Big shot there.
56 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Lillard. And it's sent back by Lopez. And here we go. The fast break with Giannis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. I have to now review the question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Lillard against Howard. For three, Middleton. Count it!
Big time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. Coming up next, the Trailblazers taking on the Clippers. The Trailblazers, they pride It's an exciting Sunday night edition. Status here at both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Jackson passes to George. The tray. They get it again. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Jackson against Lillard. Dishes it to McCollum. Beyond the arc. Here's Nurkic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
George looking around. Jacks up a 3. That doesn't go either for George.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
McCollum no good. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Leonard with the ball. Lillard picks him up, and McCollum with the block.
Yet another miss, just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
To the paint. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
The drive by Jackson. The shot by George, wide open. From outside, off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Lillard against Jackson. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Outside, George, a 3-ball. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Covington dishes to Lillard. From deep. Morris with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Over to the left wing. George against Lillard. From deep three-point range, the shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
From deep. Covington passes to Lillard. Back to Covington. It's Lillard, top of the key. Again, the miss by Lillard.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
From deep, George, but they recover it. Morris kicks to George. Pass to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And that's 10 points for George. For Portland, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Lillard, the pass to Covington. 27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 5.
with that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Outside, George puts up a 3. George missing again. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Back to Powell. Kicks it out to McCollum. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Portland out in front, up by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm and had a big game.
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
You've got C.J. McCollum, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Trailblazers leading by 4. McCollum finds Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum. Anthony's got his first points in this one. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's Anthony. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You know, the ability to seize the opportunity, see the daylight, get that position, and mellow, one of the best to ever do it.
Knocks down the 3 ball. Kennard's got a pair of triples in the second out for Los Angeles.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Kanter, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Beverly dishes to Cousins. Back to Beverly. Pass to Cousins. Left side, Batum. Just 5 to shoot. Cousins trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Beverly.
Well, this guy is a fighter. Patrick Beverly will not back down from contact.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Portland. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. Simons surveying the D.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
We've got 1:48 left in the first half of the game. Buries it from 3-point range.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Jones, the pass to Carmelo. To the middle. A nice shot by Simons.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
1:16 left in the first half. Kennard's shot is off. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. 3-point lead. Anthony kicks to Cantor. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Rondo with the steal. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Can't tie it up as that one misses. There's 42 seconds left now here in the second.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And here's George for three. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Jones finds Cantor. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Outside, Jones. Passes it to Cantor. Just 5 on the clock. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Covington.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, and that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George is playing his skills today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the center, locking down the middle.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Powell for three. Leaps for it. Clippers trail by 4. And here's George for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got the first field goal of the second half for Los Angeles. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Back to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. For the lead. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Lillard misses.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Lillard with it. 5 points in the game. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. George, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Now, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
And here's George for three. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Clippers.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Launches a 3. And another 3 for Portland.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Outside, George trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. The shot by Powell, no good. The Clippers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. George against McCollum. George double teamed. The pass to Beverly from outside the arc. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Powell, no one around him. That 3 off the mark. The Clippers trail. Fires the 3. Los Angeles with another miss. The Trailblazers shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And McCollum puts up a deep 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. And a little luck that time, but it drops. McCollum's got 10 points in the game.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
From deep, George. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Powell, the pass to Covington. Stolen by Beverly. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. There's the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 25 points in the game.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Outside, George. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Anthony out there with Dennis Kanter. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's the 3. The Trailblazers rebound. Pass to Jones. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Good on the triple.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Here's Jones. And slammed in by Jones.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Rondo kicks to Kennard. Takes a 3. Good work defensively by Jones.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
From downtown, kept alive, and Cantor able to finish. And now a 7-point Portland lead.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Outside Rondo, pass to Kennard. To stop the run. Passes to Mann. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Anthony. Portland leading by 7. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Rondo finds Kennard. This one for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
So for the Trailblazers, Powell, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. McCollum comes in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And it's Lillard missing.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
The 3 from George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Powell's got room. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Shot clock at 6. George passes to Zubac. Stolen by Cantor. Three-pointer, Lillard. That one doesn't drop. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George against Powell. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Wow. How about Paul George commanding the basketball when his team needs a basket? Go to work, sir.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Down low, here's Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
Fires the 3. And Cantor pulls it down. From deep. And that one drops.
Well, you love to see Norman Powell be unselfish and find an open teammate. That's pretty.
And so it's Portland winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one.
The last season...
What a story. David, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Hey, Steve, two defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
Shot clock at 5. Outside Holiday. That shot is off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Outside, George. Morris, left side. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. From deep, George. And the rebound goes to Lopez. First quarter, just over a minute played. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Fires from the corner. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trays. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
George against DiVincenzo. George looking over the floor. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. Middleton's got his second bucket tonight.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Passes it to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. There's the pass to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Now here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Lopez. And here's the fast break. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. No good on the 3. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 6. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Jackson. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Holiday. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
When Holiday's feeling good, he causes plenty of these, able to power through contact and finish.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Bucks also changing it up. Portis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Chris Middleton. Outside Rondo. Batum passes to Kennard. Offline with his 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Offensive rebound.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Kennard. Takes the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Here is Forbes. Puts up a 3. That one, no good. That shot, no good. And so it's Milwaukee in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back right after.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Batum, and it's Mann in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bucks leading by 6. And here's Holiday. Pass to Forbes. Puts it up from 17. At the tip. Great positioning on the putback.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Out left to the wing. Here's Mann, guarded by Holiday. Man can't hit.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Connaughton passes to Tucker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Tucker's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Kennard on the wing for the three. That shot no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And Tucker kicks to Holland. Right side, Portis. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Back to Forbes. Lets it go from deep. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. Platoon swap here for the Clippers. Milwaukee making a switch here. Clippers trail by 12. Outside, George. Stolen by Tucker. Pass break, Milwaukee. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
The Clippers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. For 3, Middleton. Great D that time from Rondo. Clippers trail by 8. Outside, George. Over Lopez. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. The Bucks shooting 43% from the field. Here's Giannis. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Rondo against Holiday. Stolen by Middleton. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Bucks passing it around. Lopez dishes to Middleton. He kicks it to Holiday. Back to Middleton. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter. Hasn't made one since.
Leonard, no luck.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
The 3 for DiVincenzo. The clock runs out, and we're heading to half. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Milwaukee came out looking very confident. Their sharp focus and apparent preparation. And that'll do it.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Forbes in at the point guard. Clippers trail by 8. Left side, Leonard. The shot from the low post is good. Leonard's got the first bucket of the third here for the Clippers.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Here is Forbes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Middleton can't get it to go. And Los Angeles guys shooting around 41% on the night. George with the bucket.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for George.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Poked away. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Now the Bucks moving it up. Middleton leading the charge. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. Connaughton passes to Forbes. Lets the 3 fly. Batum grabs the miss.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
On up the court. Here's Connaughton. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 9.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Here's Forbes. Antetokounmpo. Giannis on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points for the quarter.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Batum dishes to Morris. They need this. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Holiday's checked in. Rondo against Holiday. Outside for Batum. Here's Mann. No points in the game yet for him. Just 5 to shoot. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Holiday looking for an opening. 1:30 left to play here in the third. Lopez. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Lopez has got the lead up to 13 now for the Bucks. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. Passes it to Batum. It's picked off. And now we've got the intentional foul. The Bucks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, He's going to fight. He's going to scrap. He's going to give you maximum effort every night.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Bucks.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Nicholas Batum.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
Portis can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 11. And the pass to George. Bucks have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Milwaukee, no good that time either. They're running. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
A beast on the dribble drive. You see Kawhi right there, undeterred by contact.
Teague against Rondo. Teague kicks to Portis. Back to Teague. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
And so it's Milwaukee ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Rajon Rondo is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis. And Giannis is subbed in for P.J. Tucker. And Holiday kicks to Middleton.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from George.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court, and then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Left side, out of the Kumbo. Kicks it down to Middleton. The 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Lopez outside. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George finds Zubac. And here's Jackson. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. The offensive rebound.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Pass to Beverly. Back to Jackson. And George kicks to Jackson. Off target from outside.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
And he commits the intentional foul. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Patrick Beverly. Giannis passes to Middleton. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers trail by 7. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And it's the Bucks on the break. Back to Antetokounmpo. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Giannis grabs the miss. Giannis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Paul George, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Jackson against Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Middleton with it. Back to DiVincenzo. Just 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. And the Clippers making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. The Clippers running out of time. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. The three from George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And the Bucks making a change here. Connaughton's checked in. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Holiday against Rondo. Right side Holiday. Inside. Rondo with the steal. Here's George. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Pass to Connaughton. 1:11 left here in the fourth quarter. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And you know, Drew Holiday sometimes gets overlooked in the discussion of great point guards, but only because there's so much competition at that position.
Rondo dishes to George. And the 3 off target. And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Milwaukee.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. 9-point game. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. George, no good. Middleton on the wing. Holiday with the 3. Kicks it down to Middleton. Fires from deep. Hits it from 3-point range.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought they're aggressive.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining. just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Lopez in at the center, locking down the middle. Lillard against Giannis. Here's Covington, and Middleton with the block.
Or the defensive hustle there by Middleton. Stretching out and getting his hand on that shot. Excellent effort.
Outside Holiday. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. And a deep three from Lillard. He can't get that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. Middleton outside. Passes it to Lopez. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Middleton on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Middleton the pass to Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Offensive rebound.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Pass to Holiday. Right side out of the Kumbo. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Powell for 3. Tips it. And Covington stays with it. Covington's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, how about the effort and energy that time by Covington. Just worked his way right to the glass and got the follow-up basket.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Covington. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D-thinking jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Anthony. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Now here's Middleton. Back to Portis. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Kanter. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Milwaukee. 1:35 left here in the first quarter. Here's Lillard, and there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. Portland shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Five on the clock. That one falls.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here is Holiday. 5 points in the game. And Tucker has it in the corner. Back to Holiday. From deep. Portland grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. It was maybe a step out of his range.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Tucker does not shy away from contact. As a matter of fact, he embraces it and looks for it. Plays with a lot of force.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Drew Holiday. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Anthony. And the layup's good off the glass. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Bucks have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lobbed up there for Lopez.
Lopez is not the fastest guy coming out of the screen as a roller, but when he gets a step, he's hard to slow down.
Here's Simons. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Right wing, shoots it. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bucks ahead. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he...
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. And a wide open look for McCollum. Up again. And Kanter able to finish.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Trying to get open is Lopez. And Giannis gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 3 now for Milwaukee.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and it's the Bucks on the break. Lays it up and banks it in. Giannis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
It's McCollum with the drive. And that one, good.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Giannis. And Kanter pulls it down.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Hangs, and he's fouled pretty hard up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground. You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Three-pointer, Lillard. A rebound by the Bucks.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Nurkic, rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks leading by 6. Lopez outside, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Lillard outside. Tries it from 19. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Giannis. And now it's a 12-point Milwaukee lead. And a deep three from Lillard. No good again that time.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little is going his way.
Lopez. Second shot opportunity. And Giannis will lay it in. Giannis has got the lead up to 14 now for Milwaukee.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Here's Forbes. The putback. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Jones, the pass to Nurkic. Jones kicks to Lillard. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 50. And that'll...
I promise to break.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Antetokounmpo is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Holiday, and it's Nora in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Here's Holiday. That shot off.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
Cullen passes to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers. Here's Connaughton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the wing right side. 5 to shoot. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
McCollum outside. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. McCollum's got 7.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
The pass to Connaughton. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Can't hit from in close. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. Count it. Antetokounmpo's got 19 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Lillard looking around. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Holiday against Lillard. And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Kicks it out to McCollum. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Holiday attacking. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Lillard. A good look from McCollum. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. Milwaukee in the lead. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Antetokounmpo. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Tucker. Pass to Forbes. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Stolen by Middleton. Now the Bucks moving it up. McCollum against DiVincenzo. Good D by McCollum.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Simons. Teardrop shot. Tips it up. And Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Middleton finds DiVincenzo. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Shoots the three. A putback. It's good on the putback.
P.J. Tucker always active on the boards and doesn't give the defense a chance to box him out.
It's McCollum on the wing. For the lead. That one's not going to go. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bucks lead by 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next, how about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Here's McCollum. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. McCollum's got 9 points here in the second half.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
And the layup is good. And the Bucks lead by 4.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
McCollum against DiVincenzo. Kanter, the pass to Carmelo. 6 on the shot clock. That one goes in.
And that's just all muscle there. Kanter is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. DiVincenzo against McCollum. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Portis, who's checked in for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And then for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
Here's Antetokounmpo and the dunk by Giannis.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
Holiday against Lillard to take the lead. Kanter, and Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backboard.
Yeah, and when you take a look at the stat sheet, they've got to do something to cut down on these seconds.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doesn't go that time. Good D by Covington. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game. The Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. And Portland with a change here too. Nurkic is checked in. And a deep three from Lillard. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Trailblazers leading by 3. Lillard from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Middleton inside the three-point line. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And here they go. Here's Anthony. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release and elite score.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup.
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
And Lillard gets it to go. Boy, that was a big shot.
And stunned silence, guys. That's the atmosphere in here after that shot.
Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
And Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, showing again how committed he is when he takes that ball inside off the drive.
Covington kicks to Powell. Back to Lillard. Over Holiday. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Covington. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. Holiday with the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Count that bucket.
And with each season, Antetokounmpo continues to polish up his post game. He's got such a nice high release on his shot, and at his size, virtually impossible to block it.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Milwaukee with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Holiday dishes to Middleton from deep. They get it back.
Hey, I've always said rebounding is timing and tenacity, but if you got long arms, that helps too, and the Greek freak has plenty of reach.
And so it's Portland winning this one. A narrow win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.